Let go of the day, and let this story lead you softly into peace. Vinka and Orchid's Secret Garden. This story is about how Vinka and Orchid discover the joy and magic of sharing in a secret garden. Vinka lived in a quaint little village at the edge of an ancient forest. She had a curious mind and an adventurous spirit. One spring morning, while exploring the edges of the forest, she discovered a small, hidden garden. Vibrant flowers of every color painted the scene, and the scent of blooming petals filled the air. As Vinka stepped closer, she noticed a tiny hedgehog nestled among the flowers. He looked up and introduced himself as Ochi. Vinka was enchanted by his polite manners and the sparkle in his tiny eyes. They quickly became friends and spent their days together, discovering new paths and sharing stories. One day, Inga brought a basket full of fresh strawberries and offered them to Oki. His eyes widened with delight as he eagerly picked one up and tasted its juicy sweetness. Oki decided to share something precious in return. He beckoned Vinka to follow him deeper into the garden, where a patch of golden sunflowers stood tall and proud. "These are special," Orchid explained. "Their seeds are said to bring happiness." He helped Vinka collect a handful of sunflower seeds to take home. They planted the seeds in Vinka's garden, and soon enough, golden faces began to bloom, just like Orchid had promised. The two friends continued their adventures, always cherishing the joy of sharing. They learned that sharing wasn't just about giving material things, but also about giving time, laughter, and love. As the seasons changed, their bond grew stronger. Eventually, the garden became not only a place of beauty, but also a symbol of their friendship. Vinka and Orchid knew that their secret garden would forever be a testament to the wonders of sharing and the magic it could create. Let's drift softly into the next tale. Rose and the Forest Goodbye in Lobelia. This story is about a young girl named Rose, who learns the importance of honesty through her encounters with the forest guardian Lobelia. Once upon a time, in a village nestled between rolling hills and verdant forests, lived a young girl named Rose. Rose was known for her golden hair that shimmered in the sunlight, and her compassionate heart. She spent her days exploring the woods, where she felt an inexplicable connection with nature. One serene evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and violet, Rose ventured deeper into the forest than she ever had before. She soon stumbled upon a hidden glade, teeming with flowers that glowed in the twilight. In the center of the glade stood a grand oak tree, ancient and wise. Sitting beneath this tree was Lobelia, the guardian of the forest, with eyes as deep as the ocean and hair like ivy. Lobelia spoke with a voice that echoed the whispers of the trees. They welcomed Rose and asked if she had come seeking something. Rose, feeling an instinctive trust, confessed that she often felt lonely and that she wished to find a true friend. Lobelia smiled warmly, their presence radiating kindness. They told Rose that the forest had heard her heart's whispers and that she had been brought here to learn the importance of honesty. With a wave of their hand, Lobelia created a small, glowing orb and handed it to Rose. They explained that this orb would glow bright when she was truthful, and would dim when she was not. Rose thanked Lobelia and promised to use it wisely. Over the following days, Rose found herself in situations where honesty was tested. One day, she accidentally broke a neighbor's lantern. Holding the glowing orb, she saw it dim as she considered hiding the truth. Remembering Lobelia's lesson, she chose to admit her mistake and apologize. The neighbor, instead of being angry, appreciated her honesty and forgave her. Another time, a friend asked if Rose liked the drawing they had made. The ore glowed steadily as Rose gently suggested ways to improve the drawing while praising the effort. This honesty strengthened their friendship. As the weeks passed, the ore continued to guide Rose. She noticed how being truthful brought more trust and warmth into her relationships. One day, while sitting in the glade, Rose realized that the ore's glow was now a part of her, a testament to the honesty she carried within. Libolia appeared beside her, commending her growth and offering a friendship that would last a lifetime. From that day forward, Rose remained true to her heart, knowing that honesty was the light that guided her path. The forest, once a place of solitude, was now a sanctuary filled with friends and endless adventures. And so, Rose lived a life rich with honesty and love, always remembering the gentle wisdom of Lobelia, the forest guardian. Let's turn to the next chapter in tonight's adventure. The Adventures of Alpha and Petunia. This story is about a kind-hearted girl named Akalfa and a timid fox named Petunia who share a beautiful adventure and fun. Alpha was a kind-hearted girl who lived on the edge of a great forest, her hair as golden as the sun and eyes as blue as the sky. Every morning, she would venture into the woods, collecting herbs and flowers, always humming a joyous tune. One day, while picking wildflowers near the ancient oak tree, she heard a soft rustling in the bushes. Out came a small, timid fox with fur redder than autumn leaves. The fox introduced herself as Petunia, and she had lost her way. The Alpha, with her gentle nature, offered to help Petunia find her home. They set off together. The forest seemed to part before them, illuminated by their newfound friendship. As they journeyed, Akalfa and Petunia came across many wonders that a salty shimmering lake, filled with glistening fish, fields of lavender that filled the air with sweet scent, and an old wise owl who told them tales of the forest. They learned from each other. Petunia taught Akalfa how to move silently through the woods, and Akalfa showed Petunia the secrets of the herbaceous plants. They shared laughter, adventures, and the warmth of a growing bond. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, they reached a hidden meadow where fireflies danced in the twilight. It was in this magical setting that Petunia remembered an old path that led back to her den. Akalfa and Petunia held on to each other, knowing that their adventure would soon end, but their friendship would remain forever. They parted ways with promises to meet again and share more tales of their journeys. As Akalfa walked back to her cottage, she felt a warm glow in her heart, knowing she had made a friend for life. And in the forest, Petunia felt the same, carrying the lessons of their shared adventure in her heart. The bond they formed under the canopy of the ancient trees would forever be a part of them, as life's irreversible memory of a heartfelt adventure. The next story awaits, ready to ease your mind. The Stars of Friendship. This story is about a young girl named Primrose, who forms an eternal friendship with a gentle giant named Rose under the starry sky. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and ancient forests, lived a young girl named Primrose. Her eyes sparkled with curiosity, and her heart was filled with dreams that stretched as far as the night sky. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Primrose ventured into the forest with a lantern in her hand, following the whispers of the leaves. She had heard tales of a gentle giant named Rose, who, despite her towering presence, had a heart as soft as moonbeams. The villagers spoke of Rose with reverence, and Primrose had always been fascinated by these stories. As the path became more winding and the trees thicker, Primrose finally stumbled upon a clearing bathed in the silvery glow of countless stars. In the center stood Rose, her eyes reflecting the constellations above. Hello, Primrose called out, her voice a melody in the stillness. Are you Rose? The giant turned slowly, a gentle smile spreading across her face. Yes, I am Rose. Who might you be? Primrose took a step closer, her lantern casting a warm circle of light. I'm Primrose. I've come to see the stars. Rose nodded, her eyes twinkling like the stars overhead. Then you have come to the right place. Together, they sat in the clearing, sharing stories and dreams. Rose told Primrose about the stars, naming each constellation and recounting the myths behind them. Primrose listened, her eyes wide with wonder, feeling a deep connection to the giantess who treated her like an old friend. The night wore on, and the air grew cool, but Primrose felt a warmth she couldn't quite explain. As they watched a shooting star streak across the sky, she made a wish, though she didn't say it out loud. Rose seemed to understand. Stars have a way of carrying our hopes, she said softly, her voice as soothing as a lullaby. When the first light of dawn began to creep through the trees, Primrose knew it was time to go. Will I see you again? She asked, her voice tinged with both hope and sadness. Rose bent down, their faces close, and whispered, whenever you look at the stars, I'll be there. With that promise warming her heart, Primrose returned to her village, the memory of that magical night dancing in her mind like the brightest stars. And every night thereafter, as she gazed up at the sky, she felt the presence of her gentle giant friend, knowing that their bond was as eternal as the stars themselves. Good night, and may your heart feel light and calm.